Hills Radio 88.9.
Yes, it is Hills Radio 88.9, and I have a very special guest in the studio with me this morning. Louise, good morning.
Morning, Crash.
Thank you.
Crash
Yeah.
and wheezy today.
Crash, yeah, feeling crash and wheezy. I was going to say wheezy. Louise, tell me, how long have you been playing and singing for? You've got a bit of history, haven't you?
I do. I started, I guess, when I was about 8 in a church choir, junior choir.
Mm-hmm.
From there, I think 12 years old, they decided to make a band.
Right.
And so that's where I started singing. And I've been doing that for a long, long time until some friends and I made a separate band from that. And, then I decided let's do my own thing as well.
So you play in another band as well as
I
this
do.
one?
So I've got a trio that plays pop music.
Wow, righto.
Yeah.
And what's that called?
LED. The reason for that is I'm Louise, there's another girl called Louise, and a guy called Ed.
Right.
So LED.
Okay.
Yeah, I thought that was pretty funny.
Oh, yeah, light-emitting diodes, yeah.
Yes.
So, and what sort of music do you play with that? Light and easy as well?
No, more upbeat sort of pop music. Again, similar to what I do. I range from, I guess, the 60s to now with my ballads, whereas with them it's more upbeat sort of party music, disco type stuff.
Okay.
So that way I've got the best of both worlds.
A bit of the old weddings, parties and anything type
Absolutely.
of thing.
Bar mitzvahs, you name it.
So, in the time that you've been playing, especially in the church band and stuff like that, you would have developed a skill of particular instruments.
Yes, I decided when I was 21 to play an instrument, and I chose drums because I can't read music to save my life. So, much to my parents' disgust, that's what I did.
And did you become proficient on playing the drums?
Yes, very proficient is a good word. I wouldn't say professional, as you know, I didn't take any lessons. I'm a pretty good metronome.
Yeah, so you listen to something and you're able to duplicate it because...
Oh, look, I keep a beat. Let's just say that.
All right,
I
we'll
can keep a beat.
All right. Of course, the other instrument you play is a guitar.
Yes.
And I'm looking at one you've got here, and it's called a Mini Naton. Is that
Mini
right?
Maton. Maton is an Australian guitar, so that's really cool. And this one's a mini. I like it's smaller. I guess you'd call it a 3/4 size guitar. And this one's a diesel edition. And so, yeah, I just love this one, and I really do. I love my
So
little
you can
guitar.
get them in petrol and diesel
Absolutely.
and electric,
This
I guess.
is fuel efficient, absolutely. And the fact is, the pickup in this is the same pickup as the bigger ones, so therefore
It sounds fantastic.
fine. Plugged in, unplugged, a little bit thinner, but
Still gets the message across.
I love it. I do love it, yes.
Now, you write your own music as well?
I have written one song in my life. It's taken me this long to write one song. If I keep going at this rate, in my life, I might write 3.
Okay.
I hope this is I hope that there's another one or more after this.
Yeah, well, are you going to play that for us today?
I think I might.
That sounds cool. All right, well, why don't we start you off? Let's break the ice and get you to play us a song, and I'll come back and ask a few more questions as well. So what's the name of this song you're going to play?
This song is called The View. It actually has a story, as I'm sure most art does. One day, it was Anzac Day, and I decided to ride my motorbike to the dawn service so that I could get a park closer, because that's always a good thing. And after the service, I thought to myself, I might just go for a ride in the hills. I just felt motivated to do that. So it was about 6:30 in the morning, and off I went into the Adelaide Hills on the bike. And I'd ridden these streets many, many times, hundreds of times. But I got to this hill, and I went over the hill, and down in the valley was this fog that was just incredible.
Like a blanket.
Oh, it was like a glacier. It was incredible. I had to get off the bike and look and just, wow. And obviously the road then continued into this. So I did go into this and, of course, couldn't see a thing. So I lifted my visor up, and, of course, when you lift your visor up, your eyes get hurt. So I had to slow down. And because I slowed right down, and I was lucky because it was so early in the morning on an Anzac Day, there was no one else around, so I could go really, really slow. And I saw things I've never seen. So I enjoyed it so much, just driving the same street or road that I've driven at 80 normally.
Yeah.
Slowly, I saw all the animals, the creeks, Cemeteries I'd never noticed. You know, I just had the best time, and from that I sort of I thought of this song, and I wrote some words down, and then weeks later put some music to it. So.
And they banned you on the road after that because you're always going around at 20 k's.
I am, and yes, my friends know I don't like going fast on the bike, so I do prefer to go slow. Mm-hmm. I think in life sometimes we go too fast.
And everything you miss.
We miss everything.
What sort of motorcycle do you ride?
I have a Ducati.
Oh.
Yeah.
A Dr. Desmo. Okay.
A monster.
Ducati Monster. They're
Yes,
very nice.
yes.
Very nice bike. Okay.
Yes.
Let's get into the song.
Okay, so it's called The View.
Wow, that was fantastic, Louise.
I'm a little bit nervous, I'll be honest. First time on radio.
Is it really your first time? You're a natural.
Oh, thanks.
Oh, well done.
No.
So, what was the name of that song?
It was called The View.
The View.
Yes.
And it's available where?
Available from my mouth currently because haven't recorded it, unfortunately.
I
but
reckon that's got
certainly will.
real potential there.
Oh,
We'll
thank
make
you.
sure we get that off the logger for you for today.
Great,
You
thanks.
can take it with you and have a proper listen to it.
Thank you.
So you obviously have a huge repertoire of music.
Yes, I do.
And, and if you're inspired to write tunes when you're out riding your Desmo, your monster Ducati, I can see that there's going to be the opportunity of more songs springing into your head as you go along.
I hope so.
Come through life.
Yeah.
It's interesting when you start to go down that path, other things trigger you and you start to see other... There's a song, there's another one. Do you carry a little notebook with you or something to
on
write
the
things
phone,
in?
on the phone, and lots
the
of
phone.
lyrics written. I think the fact is, you write something and you want it to have the feel that you want, and I think putting music to it, sometimes you want it to really blend together to get the idea across.
Yeah.
And I find that good songs obviously not only have a good beat, a good sound, but they really hit home with the words. So.
How would you classify your music, Louise? Would you consider yourself sort of country folk pop there?
Oh, that's
I just
a good
get
mix.
that,
Yeah.
sort of get that feel from
Yeah,
you
that's
there.
a really good mix. I think that's a good way to describe it. Definitely easy listening, hence wheezy listening. Background atmospheric stuff. But yeah, I think what you've just said hits it pretty well.
Okay, well, you can keep that. That's
Oh,
fine.
well, thank you. I'll use that.
Compliments. Yeah, do that. So where to for Louise from Wheezy Listening? Where's the future? What have you got in store?
Oh, what do I have in store?
Yeah.
Oh, wherever life takes me, I'm happy to try new things. Obviously I'm available for any gigs where you need atmospheric background music. Hopefully that gets me...
And as you said, weddings, parties...
Anything.
Bar mitzvahs.
Yep. Corporate functions, I've done a few of those.
Yeah.
And Christmas shows for things.
Yes.
Quite often community groups hire me as well. So
I mean, it's almost unfair to say this, but you're the sort of musician that you can just park in the corner and you play.
That's it.
Like a jukebox.
Exactly.
But and you're unobtrusive, but you really do. You're just so pleasant.
Oh, thanks.
And we've noticed you playing at the markets before. Are you at the markets? Are you at Stirling Markets tomorrow by chance?
I'm not tomorrow, unfortunately. I am in June, though.
In June,
Yes.
okay. So if you want to see Louise from Wheezy Listening performing, keep in mind for the June Stirling Markets because you'll be there. That's normally down towards the main road side of things. isn't it?
Druids Avenue.
Druids Avenue down towards the main entrance there.
Yep.
So certainly worth
It's a
getting along
lovely,
to.
lovely market, as all of them in the hills are.
We've got a couple of messages to play, and we'll play that, and then we're going to come back and have a listen to you play Rocket Man, I believe.
Yes.